Hey y'all, how's everyone doing? I'm going to do a quick get ready with me because I'm going to try a new palette that I got. Pretty excited about it. It's by Terry, which is typically expensive, but I really liked this palette. For one thing, I absolutely adore the packaging. I don't know if y'all can see. It's because it's so shiny. It's got a little Eiffel Tower and just some little kind of iconic, a little cafe and the little Arc de Triomphe and the, what's it called, the pyramid of glass outside the Louvre. So it's got some iconic, what am I trying to say? Icons of Paris. Iconic structures in Paris. So it's called Paris by Light is the name of it. And the colors are so me, blow away me. I love it. I absolutely love this palette. What I don't know is, will I love by Terry formula? Is it so buildable that it just takes too long to put on, or is it perfect? There are some mattes. There is a highlight matte, a transition color called Paris, this darker color called Terribly, which got a green undertone, and this kind of, these two colors to me look, these two colors look very similar, but this one's a little grayer. This is a little brown green. And then you've got, and again, the highlight and it's kind of a peachy pink brown color. So that'd be a great blush color. But, and then the rest of them are frosted. There's a gold, there's a champagne, there's a brown, there's kind of a coppery brown, there's a pink, and there is a champagne. And you almost feel awful putting the brush on this because these are pre-printed and those pretty little designs are going to go away. So I hate that. I hate when who else does that? Is it Clarins? Somebody else does that. And while I love the little pictures, it makes me not want to use the product. So anyway, I've got almost all my other makeup done, except what did I not do? I didn't put concealer under my eyes yet, so I'll do that after. But I'm going to start with the matte white highlight color, which is the Arc de Triomphe one. And let's just see how it goes on. That's pretty good consistency, and it's a good white color. Yeah, I'll put that on the inner corner and over the lid. I'll do that. Okay. Kind of fill in back there too. Okay. As far as fallout, because you'll always find that the matte colors fall out more. There's probably a scientist that could tell you why that is. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why that is. But I used to think that was a mark of not being good. And now there's a creaminess in some palettes that even when they're powders, their powders are so creamy, it helps prevent the fallout. And I think that's a trick that Charlotte Tilbury, for one, has mastered. But really, no matter how high quality, and again, you get into like by Terry and Charlotte Tilbury, those really high-end, they have awesome packaging, but they also have really good formulas. So you're not just paying for pretty package, even though pretty package is a good reason for me. Okay, this is that Paris color. And I got to tell you, I really like this. It's a pink. It's a dark pink. And I don't typically use that for transition. Usually it is a shade of brown, like a caramel, even a light taupe or something like that. So this is different for me, but I got to tell you, I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Just kind of blending that out a little bit. I'm using my F50, which is just, I don't have to do the circular motions you see people almost frantically do. And I'm not crazy about that. Now for my crease. I think I'm going to go with the one that's a little more gray first. And let's just see, is it gray? I don't know. Because in the pan it looks gray. But on it may be like a green or a brown. Let's just see. It's like a taupey gray. Like a grayish. Like a beige gray. And that works perfect for what I'm wearing because that's in this scarf is some gray. So that's perfect. And this is not a transition situation because this is not the shade of this. So what a smoky eye is when you have transition of color that's shades of that color. This is not that. This is two completely different colors. And by putting this on, it really has toned down the peachy color, which is probably fine. I probably overdid it. I like it. I think I blended that enough. And I already can see fallout is the bad news. There's my little fallout brush. I don't see it. Where is it? Hello, fallout brush. Well, I could just use my powder brush because I can see it right there. Y'all see that? That's a lot of fallout. And you've got to use a brush that's a little more oriented to powder to really pick that up. And I'm wearing white. Okay, now I am going to use my smudger brush for under my eye, and I think I'm going to use a combination of that gray color and this kind of a little bit darker taupe color, or we'll see. Maybe it's not taupe at all. Maybe it's more olivey. Yeah, it is. But that's okay. And then I'm just going to run that through my brow a little, just to kind of pull that color in there and also thicken up the look of the brow. See, it's just a little bit more support. I'm starting with the gray and then ending on the brush with this kind of taupey color, so that as I run it through there, it's kind of a blend of that taupey gray and this olivey taupe or brown. And again, I'm just going to run it through the brow to kind of pick up the color, and also because it's a brown tone, which can go in the brow. But y'all know me, I put plum in there. I put all kind of colors in there. Yeah, I feel like that looks really good. So what do y'all think? So this is the palette. I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara offline, because this is really just about this color palette. And I think it's fantastic. And I do like the coverage. I'll definitely use this. This would be an easy, oops. And there went the little brush that came with it. Let me show you the little brush that came with it. Hold on. Hold on. It's a nice little brush. It's little. You can use that for the liner and use this for putting on all the colors. But, you know, I don't ever use just one brush. But I could use this for the blending. That'd be good for blending. These, wherever there's a line. I don't want to blend these colors together for sure, because they're not smoky. They're not of the same color. But I do want to just get rid of that line there and just kind of blend, you know, get rid of any lines. And that's it. So what do y'all think? What do y'all think of the By Terry VIP Expert Palette? And it's called Terribly Paris. This one is called Paris by Light. So the collection must be the VIP Expert Palette, Terribly Paris. And I think it is. It's so flashy you can't see how pretty it is. I don't know if y'all can tell no matter what I do, because it's just reflecting stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, very pretty. You can go online, or if you want, I will tag it. Especially if y'all would like to go get it. This is not sponsored, you know. Nobody sponsors me. Is that it? Yes, plenty of time. Actually, I could go ahead and put on my mascara. And I'm not going to even curl them today. I'm just going to tip them out. That's unusual for me, isn't it? I still have a little mascara left on. I didn't get it all off. And there is a fuzz. I see a fuzz. I see a fuzz. And that's usually part of your life when you have doggies. Did I get it? I did. When you have little doggies with lots of little hairs, it's not uncommon to have a hair in your eyelashes. Because mascara is typically sticky. And so out of the air, it does grab those little fuzzies in the air. I'm not doing a lot of extra mascara today. Like I said, I had a little on just to try to shorten the video. And now I'm just going over it, which it kind of got it all powdery by doing it that way. So that's not a way to shorten the video at all, actually. And I may have had some left over from last night cleaning off. That's what I'm feeling like, because this is not doing very smoothly. There. And I also have some boo-boos to clean up. And y'all know that when you have a boo-boo, one of the best things to have on hand is the dual tip cotton applicators. And this is the one that, it has 2 different kinds. This is just the Walgreens brand. And I love the little container. I have one in here and one at my dressing area in my bedroom. But it's just easy. You can either use it dry. If that doesn't work, then use it wet. Yeah, this one worked better wet. Depends on the mascara or whatever it is, liner. Because sometimes it picks up really well with, you know, a little bit of spit, or if you want to run it underwater if you're in the bathroom. But sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it likes to do better with dry. Just completely dry. Picks it right back off. I think that happens when it is fresh on there, which you couldn't be any more fresh than what I just did, but for whatever reason it does not want to come up. So what I may do is just smudge under there, because I'm probably not going to go to a lot of extra trouble right now. There. I'm going to straighten that back out. Tip these ends a little bit more. Oh, that one just does not want to be tipped in. You don't want to. That's alright. I have to. I think sometimes we try to force things in life that don't really need to be forced. And then there's other times in life where you need to not let things go. You need to fight for it. And I think prayer is how you find the difference. Some things it's worth going on and on about until you come to a solution. If you need a cooling off period, if it's a conversation, you might want to take that. But sometimes you got to fight the battle and stay in it until you win it. Other times you got to just realize you've lost the battle. And nobody likes to think they lost the battle, but if you do, pack up your gear and move on. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean in a relationship. I'm not telling anybody to go get divorced. I'm talking about just any